Good afternoon. Much love and respect. Please tune in. We are coming right back in about 4 or 5 seconds top. D.A.P. David Adams Podcast. I got my man with me, Tony Tough. Let's go.
That's David Adams.
Yeah. Old head on go again. Ha. Get him up. Y'all know what it is. Yo, I'm about the biz, you know what I mean? Female can't just run up to her brother, man, you know what I mean?
1, 2, 1, 2. What's good with you?
Like that ain't
Do
that
me
easy
that
and
one
shit.
quick favor if you could. Please share the page. Much love. Please like the page. What's good with your tone? How you feel, bro?
I'm cooling, my brother. I'm cooling.
How was your day?
Wait, I'm cooling.
All right.
My day was great.
No doubt.
My day was, I love my day. My day was great.
That's what's up.
Had a
That's
great
what's up.
day.
Be sure to pick up your Supreme Sunshine Shea Butter. Hit me up. We deliver every Monday. Make sure you get yours. You might need some of your hair.
I might need
Yeah.
I might need. I put too much.
That's all right. That's all right. It's smooth, brother. This right here is smooth.
It smell good.
Yeah.
Ooh, it smell good
Yeah,
too.
it's that royal right here.
Oh, wait a minute.
that royal.
I want to try something new.
want to
Hold on, wait.
Now you put this thing in your beard too, bro.
That's exactly what I was about to do. That's exactly what I was about to
Put
do.
this in your
Hold on,
bed.
wait a minute.
She get close to you.
Somebody asked me.
Yeah.
They said, how you get your beard so shiny? Mm-hmm. Or what do you put in your beard? I said, I don't do nothing. I just wash it.
Right. Now it's gonna really shine. So when she see you next time, she gonna be like,
No,
hold up, your beard was shining before, now it's glistening. You're like, yeah, you gotta understand.
It's that Supreme Sunshine Shea Butter. That's what it is.
You know what it is. Yeah, man. What's good with you? What's good with your? Peace and blessings to each and every last one of you. Let me make sure I got the chats, and I don't really see the chats real quick. Let me just make sure I got that going on. As a matter of fact, we might have to come back, but let me just check real quick. Let me make sure I got these chats.
Oh, closed caption, all of that.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. 1, 2. Check. Here we go. All right. Bong. Let me just get a one in the chat real quick. Make sure everybody can see this. Okay. If you can see this and hear us right now, if you're here, please go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. We have a few topics. One of the topics is going to be, let's see, we're going to deal with favors. People want favors and things like that. We also going to be dealing with abuse. We're going to be dealing with conversations, and we're going to be dealing with uncommunicated expectations. All right. So if you hear, put a 1 in the chat. All right. And also, if you hear, please do me the favor and just press like and share. And if you did that, just say done in the chats. What's up, Ola? What's good with you, bro? How you feel, man? Much love and respect. Thank you for always chiming in, Ola, man. Good brother right there. We're going to have Ola on soon as well. Ola will be coming soon. You will see the flyer with Ola on it probably within the next few weeks or so. You know what I mean? So definitely look out for Ola. You know, L2B. Yeah. Real talk. Thanks for the 1, Ola. I appreciate you, brother. Much love. Yeah, so Tone, brother, you know, what is it? What's going on, man? What's going on with you, bro?
Well, right now,
what's going on?
Last time I was here, I was chilling. We was over there, we was doing that thing. This time, there's a lot going on with me this time.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get into that right now.
Right, okay.
That's not the conversation.
You need an extra pillow,
No, I'm good.
I don't want you to be sitting too far back because you got to be up to the mic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I got you.
All right.
I like to move right now. I'm hyper. I'm a little hyper.
Oh, you got a little energy today.
I had a lot of energy today.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, I was just like.
So what caused this energy, bro? What
caused the energy? Yeah. It's a lot of things that life caused this energy.
Life.
So I had a great week
No doubt.
last week. First, I don't know if my brother's watching this, Marcel. Cell, CWP. Listen, I love you. I owe you an apology.
No doubt.
All right. I
That's
need to
grown
see
man.
you. I need to see you soon. I know you think that I was neglecting you, but I wasn't. I'm not. I promise you.
That's
I
grown
promise you.
man crap
And
right
I've been
there,
riding
bro.
around. I've been riding around looking for you. And I've been calling you. So I don't know if you're on vacation. I don't know what, but I'm not gonna stop until I see you because I owe you an apology and a hug.
That's
All
what's
right?
up. That's grown
That's
man
it.
shit right there.
That's it.
Grown man. Only grown men do that, bro.
Well, hey, look,
Real
I've been a
talk.
grown man for a long time.
That's right, brother.
So what else is good with me? My brother, my uncle,
Doubt.
Carter and Cleef,
doubt,
Supreme, West Side Tire. All these people been good to me. You know what I'm saying? Love y'all all. Thank you.
Love you too, bro.
And just the love, period.
No
Make me
doubt.
feel great today.
Real talk, real talk. Well, I appreciate you too, brother. Got mad love for you. You know what I mean? And more love to come, brother.
That's right.
More love to come.
And that's why I'm here.
That's it.
I'm here to support
That's it.
and talk my shit. You said I could curse up here. So I'm here to talk my shit.
Yeah.
I don't care
shit
what.
is good. Shit is not bad.
Nah,
You know
it
what I
ain't.
mean?
All shit
But we
ain't
not-
bad.
I'm just saying, as far as the words is concerned,
yeah,
we
okay.
can't go too heavy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They might mess around and, you know what I mean, kick me over this day.
Hey, listen, I don't call females bees anyway, so
Okay, no doubt.
we good.
All right, cool. Well, here we go. Here we go to talk about the
Let's
topic
jump into
now.
it, baby.
One of the topics is going to be, we're going to start off with favors.
Favors.
When I say the word favors, what do you hear? What is it do you hear? For you in the audience or watching right now, you can always put your comment on the comment board, or now on D.A.P, you have the opportunity to call in. You don't have to do no typing, no work. Just press the phone, put the number in, 973-433-5666. You can call in and state your opinion, your facts, your analogy, your your perspective. You can just call in now, okay? So make sure you do that. So when you hear favors, Tone, what goes through your mind? Favors.
Before, when I used to hear favors, it was cool with me. Now I just get annoyed. I get very annoyed when I hear favors.
How so?
But when I hear a person, ask for a favor, my issue when it comes to favors, here's my issue. My issue is when a person calls you, texts you, or see you, they ask you, hey, how you doing? What's going on? What you been up to? How's your family? How's your son? Yada yada yada. I was meaning to run into you. I just saw this person the other day. It's a whole conversation. You think it's genuine. And then they say things like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Can I ask you for a favor? Or, yo, can you give me a ride somewhere? Or can you do X, Y, Z for me? And the whole genuine conversation went out the window once you ask me, after we had this whole conversation, you asked me for a favor. The whole genuine part went out the window.
So basically the reason for the conversation
Was for the favor. Right.
So sometimes you feel duped.
Yes.
Okay.
No, not sometimes. All the time.
Okay.
Listen, when I call and I ask for a favor, Supreme, yo, I need a haircut. I call you or I
Straight
text
up.
you. I say,
Straight
yo,
up, right off the
what's
bat.
up? What's up? How you doing? I need a haircut. I
Right.
need a favor. Well, first, I need a favor. I need a haircut.
That's the first thing come out your mouth.
That's one
Right.
of the. That's,
should come
for
out your
years,
mouth.
That's how
Right.
it comes out.
Right.
And now you can tell me no, and we can continue on with our conversation.
Right.
Or if you don't want to have that conversation with me, you can just say, nah, I can't do it
Wow.
right now, and hang up.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? You gave me the option now whether I can hang up and we can have this conversation and
Right.
stuff like that. But
This happened to me often though. But one day, or often. Now I ain't gonna say, just one day, but often. A person will come up to me that I haven't seen in a while.
that's exactly
What's
what
up,
I'm talking about.
Preem? Oh man, what's good with you, man?
ain't
How
seen
you
you in a
been?
while.
And it'd be really good to see them. You know what I mean? No lie, it's good to see them. And it's plenty of times, I've gone in my pocket, looked people out. That's nothing for me to do. You know what I mean? With
Same
nothing
here.
for me to do. Nothing for me to go ahead and get go. You need something to eat? Yeah.
Boom.
Go to the store for them real quick, get them something to
Boom.
eat. You know what I mean? But the hurtful thing sometimes is when you talked about the genuine.
The genuine
The
part.
genuineness.
That's that part that hurt.
When you saying, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. How your family doing? How your mother doing? Stuff that touches you. They get to your heart first. And right after all of that, you because you know you're connected.
Right.
After all that, you got
hold
$5
something.
on you.
Can you buy me a pack of cigarettes?
Yeah, that's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling.
It's not genuine at all.
Yeah, now because like the conversation done cost me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
It cost me.
Exactly.
And,
exactly.
You know what I mean? And like I said, that's why I say you feel duped because you really believe that this is a genuine situation going on right
And
now,
it's not.
and it's not. So, Anicia said, favors is a lookout, helping someone. I agree.
It is.
It's definitely a lookout.
It is.
It's definitely helping someone. But sometimes we get to the point where some people use that and it's like a crutch. I had some guys come by for to the shop often to the point where I had to say a few times, not today, brother, you know what I mean? And I really didn't have it. You know what I mean? But, looking at his face, he was disappointed.
Because he's used to you saying, here you go.
Right.
Or he's used to you saying, I got you.
Right.
So, yeah, favors are a lookout, yes. Of course a favor is a lookout until it becomes ingenuine.
Right.
It's no longer a lookout.
Right.
And
Al-Nisa. Oh, okay. Sorry, Al-Nisa. That's how she pronounced her name, Al-Nisa. Go ahead.
It's no longer
It's
a
no
lookout.
yeah.
It's now it's like,
Now you need to claim them on your taxes.
yeah, that's it. It's no longer a lookout.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if a person came to me, the conversation goes like, if a person came to me genuinely and asking for help, I'm cool with it. If they ask for a favor, I'm cool with it. But don't ask me about my child, my family, my children, my mother, or anything,
Right.
or anything else.
Right. To get to the heart first.
Let's get to the reason why you came here. And then we can talk about everything and everybody else.
Got you.
Don't ask me about everything and everybody else and then ask me for the favor, because I thought you came to see me on some brotherly love or sisterly love stuff.
Right.
But it's not brotherly love once you ask me for the favor after I haven't seen you in so many years or so many months or so many weeks. You didn't call me to check up on me.
Right.
You didn't come to see how I'm doing. You didn't. When you saw my son, you saw him walking by, or you saw my daughter, you saw them sitting there, but you didn't stop and say, "Hey, how you doing? Do you need anything?" Or "How's your father doing?" You don't do none of that. You just saw them. And then when you saw me, it's like, "Yeah, I saw your kids the other day. They got bigger.
Right.
They doing this, they doing that. How's your wife, or how's your grandmother?" Nah.
Okay, so Anissa said, Alicia, what's going on, Alicia? Thank you for chiming in. Much love. Good to see you. Respect. Alicia says, what is genuinely asking for help in your perspective? What's genuinely asking for help?
Asking for help.
Yeah.
That's it.
Asking for help.
Asking for help. It's genuine. Look, I had a situation recently where I needed something from a friend. Now, I haven't spoken to him in a couple of weeks.
Right.
It's that you have different types of friends. You have friends that you can call on, friends that know you very well. So with this friend, I had a situation, and I said to him, I said, look, I called him. I said, yo, I need a favor. I need some help. Can you do this for me? Right. He said, all right, that's it. Anytime I see him, or I randomly text him, yo, what's good? I love you, bro. How's everything? You need anything? You good? Or anytime I come around him, before I get to him, I ask him, do you need anything? I'm on my way there. That's a genuine person. Now, like I said, when a person comes to me and asks me for a favor, and they need that favor, not want a favor, they need a favor, that's genuine. When they come to me and say, look, I need a favor.
Great perspective.
But if you came to me and you said, yo, I need a cigarette. You ask me everything, and then
can you look out for me real quick? So it's like, it's not genuine.
It's not genuine. That's a genuine favor. Is a favor that's asked right away.
Let me give you an example of that too, Alicia. Dude asked me one time, Dave. He said, I'm hungry, bro. You know what I mean? You got something, a few dollars for me? Give me something to eat real quick. All right. I said, no problem. So I go next door, and I go in, and as I was walking in, I was going to get him some Chinese food. Because if you're hungry, it doesn't matter what you eat, right?
Right.
You know what the brother said to me?
I don't eat it.
He said, "Pray, I don't want it from there. I want to go up there by Monticello and give me, I said, bro, come on, man. Nah, bro.
That's
No,
not
sir.
genuine.
No, sir. Because if you hungry, man, you're going to eat whatever. I'm about to buy you some chicken wings, man. Everybody like chicken.
There you go.
So ain't nowhere in hell you going to tell me I don't eat chicken.
I don't eat chicken.
Nah. So I was like, I said, bro, you know what? Come on, man. Peace, bro. Just like that. He said, oh, no. I said, I'm going to buy you the food. He said, no, but I just want it from up there by the steak and take.
That's not genuine. You're lying to me now. Now I feel like you're lying to me.
Now you're lying to me.
Now, if you want steak and take, you don't need. You're not hungry.
Right.
If you gotta go all the way up to steak and take, or you gotta go if you're on West Side and you gotta walk all the way to Ocean to get something to eat, you ain't hungry.
Got you.
Period. Just like a kid. The kids, they say,
he definitely wanted it for something else. I already know.
It could.
Yeah.
Well, look. I'm not gonna. I don't know because I don't know who the person is, but
I know who he is.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he wanted it for something else. Bottom line, it ain't no secret.
Case
you know what I mean?
closed.
You gonna keep it honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you say, Mike? What's good, Levine? How you, bruh? Most of the time, it's a story before the asking.
Yes, and
Which
I don't want
Tony
that.
was saying, it should be just come straight up, bruh. I need a favor.
And then we can talk.
And then we can talk about everything else. But don't try to, use the, hey, how your mom and them doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That's, you know what I mean? Get to your heart. And
Most times they have this whole thing lined up. They call you, who am I going to call? All right, I know Tone always got it. So Tone always got me.
Right.
I'm going to call Tone. So we had this long, drawn out conversation. And like, yo, I meant to ask you, can you do me a favor? Can you, can I bring my car to the shop? You know what I mean? I ain't got no cash on me right now. Can you check the car out for me? Yeah, no problem. But so when the next time you're gonna be around and it's like, I'm gonna call you right back. After I say yeah or no, then you gotta call me right back. Now the whole conversation is over with.
The energy change.
Now I sometimes I purposely call people back, or I purposely, look, I'm letting out my secrets right here.
That's all
Sometimes
good.
I purposely call people back. I'm like, yo, where you at? I'm gonna check it right now to see how desperate they are, or do they really need that favor?
Really need it.
Right. So where you at? Come through right now. I ain't doing right now. I ain't doing nothing right now. Sometimes I'm not doing anything. Sometimes I just want to push the button to see if you're gonna jump.
Right.
Yo, come on through right now. Like, come down. Nah, they don't. A lot of people are not genuine. A lot of people, because after that whole conversation we had, you sitting on the porch, you ain't doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
So and then at the end of the conversation, well, towards the end, which I thought was like the middle of the conversation,
Right.
you say, "Can you do something for me on my card?" And I say, "Yeah." Then all of a sudden, less than a minute later, you gotta go.
Right.
Or I gotta take a piss. Or you getting another phone call. I have a friend that always did that. So now I'm like, all right, well, now we hang up, and I call you right back. Boom. Now I can't get in contact with you. Now you ain't answering your phone, but even if you do answer the phone, I'm like, yo, what you doing right now? I'm about to. Well, if it was desperate, if you really needed your car fixed and checked,
Right.
bring it down right now. I ain't doing nothing. No, because I gotta. Nah, it's not genuine. You don't really need it.
What you say, Alnisa? Anisa said, I look at that as a blessing. People know they can come to me, so I don't look at it as being ingenuine. They saw me as someone who would help if I could. Great analogy. Great point.
Yes.
Great point. And I've been that for a long time.
I've been too.
It's like, when do you say to the person or to yourself, I can't do that every day?
Well,
When do you say, these little favors that I've been doing for you, I've never been reciprocated in no kind of way? Like, I told this one young brother. All right, I told this one young brother. He's about 23, 24, healthy, sharp dude. He always asking me for something. And one day, I just straight up told him, bro, you never came in here and you never said, Preem, can I sweep the floor for you? I said, you never said, can I wipe the mirrors down? Can I go to the store for you for anything, but you need anything? You never did that. And I said to him, I was at least would like to, for you to kind of work for it a little bit sometime. Because the handout is good, but it's not good.
And handicaps the person.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying, Alisa? So I've always had that feeling like you. It's a blessing. God is going to bless me. That I've always felt that. But then after a while, it becomes, in a sense, a handicap.
It's a burden for me.
It's a burden for me. And abuse.
Yeah,
you're abusing you understand? So I mentioned that to him and everything, and he was like, yeah, you right, Pran, you right. Would you need me to do anything? I said, yeah. You can sweep the floor for me. I appreciate it, bro. And I hit him with a few dollars. But just gave him that little, a little bit of wisdom, because I told him after that, I said, look, I'm going to tell you straight up, young bro. Nobody's going to respect you if you don't work, because you're healthy. It don't seem like you on drugs or nothing like that. It don't seem like you, whatever the case may be, you're healthy, you're able. You're able to do something. I said, if you walked up Martin Luther King from where we are all the way to General Square, and with a squeegee and a bucket of water, and ask everyone in them stores going up that way, you're going to make some money before you hit General Square.
Yep.
And come back on the other side of the street and do the same exact thing. You will make some money. Right. But you can't be lazy, but that's the whole thing about it. A lot of our young men are lazy as hell.
Well,
bottom line.
I got a response to that. Annalise, I apologize. Alnisa, I apologize. By nature, I'm a giver. I'm a helper. For majority of my life, I've been helping people. I've been giving to people. Here's what I tell my little cousins. I tell my little cousins and nieces, and I say to all of them, I say, listen, use me. Use me if you can. Use me until you get what you want, until you get what you need.
I'll be a witness to that.
But don't use me in a good way. It's a good way to use a person. It's a bad way to use a person. A good way of using a person, a child uses their parents up until they're 18 years old. So use me until you get what you need. So if I'm willing to buy you sneakers to play basketball, take it. You need the sneakers? Take it. You want to hound me to teach you how to drive? Okay. Use me until you learn how to drive. That way you don't have to pay for a driving instructor. That way you don't have to, if I got the money and I want to buy you sneakers, Now, all you got to do is get to where you got to go to. Meaning graduate high school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Once you graduate high school, boom. Now, and you got a job and you went to college. Now, you still need me for certain things, but it shouldn't be for Jordans. It shouldn't be for a nice outfit. Right. It should be for things that you
abuse.
need.
That's like,
you using me in the wrong way. So now if you want to take your girl out, you want to do all of this stuff, you want to brag to your friends and show off to everybody else, now you're using me in a negative way. So by nature, I'm a giver. I've never, ever asked for anything in return. As much as I gave, I've never, ever asked for anything in return. Because everything that I gave, I got back. And from someone, through someone else when I came through my hard time. Right. So now also when you say when is enough, I can tell you when enough is enough. Right now, enough is enough with me. Because when I broke my ankle, I lost friends. Woo! I lost friends because they wasn't around.
What's good, Ursula? Thanks for chiming in.
What's good, Urs?
It's a Williams.
Williams. So I lost friends. I'm not gonna say that I lost friends, but we lost contact. Let's say that we lost contact with each other. Then a couple of months later, I had surgery on my thigh, and when I had surgery on my thigh, I lost contact with a few more friends. Now, here's where enough is enough. This was somebody telling me to sit down when I broke my ankle because I was always a runner, always a giver, and always doing. All right? So now I had to have surgery on my neck. So I had spinal cord surgery. And at this point, this is why I can't turn stay looking at you. Normally when we talk
no doubt.
So Here we go. I had spinal cord surgery, and I'm in the house. I'm by myself, and all of the friends that I used to speak to, I asked my sons. My son said to me, "Daddy, you got a lot of." Both of my sons, you got a lot of friends. I feel comfortable when I'm around you when we go out and about. I said, yeah, but they all are not my friends. Some of them are associates, some of them are friends, but you have different levels of friends. So he didn't understand that because he's still young. He was only 10 years old. So now, when I had the surgery, I'm in the house and I asked my son, I said, listen, son, this whole year I've been home. I said, how many of those people that you call my friends, how many of those people came to visit me? He says, not too many. I said, okay. How many of them people that you saw called you and checked on you? None. I said, so those are really not your friends.
Come on,
those
man.
are not my friends.
Come on.
Now, a lot of them asked me for favors. I did a lot of favors for people. I never brag on the favors that I did for people. Just know that I did favors for people. And I was there. I was there for a lot of people. And now enough is enough because I can't do nothing for no one else. I can't do nothing for no one. I can't lift a lot. I can't do a lot of physical things.
Right.
You know, my income is limited.
Right.
So now I can't do things for a lot of people.
No doubt.
And a lot of people still call me, even though they know all of these things, they still call me and ask me for things.
Right.
This is abusing.
Right.
Help
and never asking
for favors.
How are you doing?
And this is where this conversation is stemming from.
Right.
It's stemming because as much as I did for people, with people, and was there for people, when even if I didn't need them, you wasn't there with me, for me.
Facts. No doubt.
Not even around me.
No doubt. Much love, man. Much love. Ursula, thank you for chiming in again. We appreciate you. All right. And yeah, I think you did see the topic. And we are dealing with favors. And we're going to be dealing with conversation. So I think conversation basically went into that far as, you know, when a person communicating with you, whatever, just for a favor. You know what I mean? That's the topic we wanted to really get out the way real quick. But yeah, Ursula, abuse. She mentions, what abuse are we talking about? Well, men are definitely do get abused on many different levels of abuse.
Abuse
Would you
is abuse.
say this on?
Abuse is abuse.
Abuse is abuse.
Period. We're
Right.
talking about abuse, period. Mentally, physically, emotionally. Females always complain about how they emotionally abused when they go to court and how they was physically abused, but you forget the part where you did the abusing.
That's a good point. Yeah, good point. Well, let me just play this clip real quick. This clip is dealing with, let me see. They're on a panel, and someone is speaking regarding domestic abuse, but it's on this other side. So we're used to hearing abuse coming from men. You know, women constantly talk about how he's toxic, or if you ask them, "Oh, how was such and such doing?" Your man, "Oh, we not together no more. He was toxic." He was toxic, but you know, y'all was together for like 8-9 years. So you mean to tell me you was
toxic?
in a toxic relationship for 8-9 years and he was the only one toxic?
Right.
That's kind of weird to me. That's kind of weird.
He's the only one that's toxic.
Yeah. So here's a clip where they just on a panel just discussing, men speaking out. But I don't think this clip right here is a man speaking, but this woman, I guess, is an advocate. You know what I mean? Of abused men. All right.
About exactly that they don't want to come out because their friends will laugh at them or no one will believe them because they're 6 foot and their girlfriend's 5'3", and it's like as if why don't you just hit her back, and they don't hit back, and rightly so, but I do think it's really important for them to come out. I mean, I just find I'm shocked nowadays as well when I've overheard conversations even between my sons and his friends, and both sons and their friends, and they'd be saying, "Oh yeah, and we went out the other night and had a row, and she really battered me, and or she hit me," And it's just kind of, I have to go, whoa, hold on.
It's like, you know, and I think a lot of young guys kind of take that like it's nothing. You know, like,
We do.
you know, it's like it's nothing. Hit him in the back of the head, you know, on some playing around.
We found where we did wrong, and it's like,
Right.
I deserve that. I deserve
Right.
to get hit in the back of the head.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I actually seen a few things where you know, the guy is trying to explain to her about something in his phone. It was, you know what I mean? They was going back and forth. With
Communication,
something. Yeah,
yeah.
she was on, like, screaming at him.
okay.
Who is this? Going, she said, no, that's such and such, such and such. You know what I mean? But I don't want you talking to her no more. I mean, really, like, you know, it's somebody that she knows too, so it wasn't like nothing negative, but she was going off and like angry at him, and he was like bowing down. That's like a nerd type dude, good nerdy type of dude that she was like really going in on him verbally. He seemed like he was, yeah, that's abuse. That's abuse. Real talk, that's abuse.
Even women call men weird because of certain things that they do.
Right.
You're abusing me.
Just like the young lady just said here, the cat don't want to come out about it because he's a real tall dude, big dude, but
And
gonna
she's 5'3".
yeah.
That's abuse.
that's abuse.
You
I'm
hit, me,
lying.
you hit me in my hand. That's abuse.
Real talk.
Yeah, look, anything is abuse. Well, I got a thing for that. I seen a video one time where this girl was just beating in school. This girl was beating this dude up. He kept pushing her. It's like, stop. So she smacked him.
Right.
And when she smacked him, he grabbed her and threw her. And,
Right.
and now
Well,
all
yeah,
of a sudden she's shocked.
Yeah, but see, the thing was, I saw that video, and the thing was, he was being nice. He was trying to hold back.
Right.
She kept hitting him.
Right.
She smacked him in the back of the head. He doing this in the classroom. It was a class, right? And so she did it about 4 or 5 times, and after a while, he couldn't take it no more. She hit him one good time, man. He grabbed her
It turned into
and
that.
body slammed him. Bang.
It turned into that pit
And
fight
that
right
was,
there.
yeah.
It turned into that, yeah. Well, from now on, listen, y'all females got something. Look, y'all got something working.
What's
against
going on?
y'all.
I'm sorry. What's going on, Katina? What's good with you? Thanks for chiming in. We appreciate you. Please share and like the page. I'm going to stress that as much as I can through this segment. Please share and like the page. Thank you so much. All right. If you shared the page, please press done. All right. Please press done. Thank you. Okay, so go ahead, Tone. Finish what you're saying. And I'll get to y'all comments in a minute, right?
Ladies, y'all got something y'all have something real. Y'all woke people have woken something up. From here on out, guys are now identifying as women.
Yeah.
So smack me if you want.
I think he identified as a woman at that moment.
Yeah,
You know
at
what I
that
mean?
moment, I identify as a woman. So when the police come, he ain't gonna get locked up because he identify as a woman.
Real talk.
Oh, y'all
real
want
talk.
equal opportunity?
Yeah,
Look,
it is.
all right, here we go. Wow, you hit me, I'm hitting you back.
Yeah, we shouldn't advocate
Nah,
hitting physically on either side.
nah, we don't.
And I think that young girls, young women in general, has been getting a pass when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Like as if because I'm a woman, I can do that. Nah, that's not cool.
And that's why they getting their behinds beat now. More and more now than before.
Especially in the younger generation.
Right. The younger generation. It's more
yeah.
with the younger generation than the older generation or the mid generation, because we know right from wrong. The younger generation just don't care.
Yeah.
They just don't care because it's not. It's women raising the children nowadays.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of men are in the household.
Right. Jamil, thank you for chiming in, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you. Jamil, press done. Alnisa, press done. Katina, thank you, press done for sharing the page. That means a lot. That's support.
That's support,
You know what I mean?
yes.
I'm asking for a favor.
Yeah, you are asking for a favor.
Yeah, I'm asking for a favor.
Look.
But
Just soon as
I started out with favor.
Yeah, soon as she chimed in, soon as you saw her, what was her name?
Katina.
Soon as she clicked, soon as you saw her click in, you was like, Katina, look, can you listen? I need y'all to press like, share,
That's
and
right.
done,
Yep.
and that's it. And
Real
guess
talk.
what? Look what they did. You
Right.
didn't get to no full blown out conversation with them
Appreciate
first,
it,
and
man.
then
Appreciate that very, very much. Okay, Katina, good conversation. Good evening. I'm just chiming in from work. I'm a giver too, but you must discern when to pull back. Sometimes say no. Facts.
yes, that's true.
I
But
agree, Katina.
sometimes a natural giver, a natural born giver, they just give whenever they can.
Right.
Whenever they can.
And if you would like to call in and you don't want to type, because sometimes I might not get to your comment, feel free to dial 973-433-5666. Right now at the D.A.P. David Adams podcast, you can call in and you can state your opinion. You can state your analogy. You can go ahead and, don't have to do all that typing. And I get to your comment right there on the spot. So call that number right now. It will ring. I'll pick up, and basically everybody will hear what you're talking about. All right.
sir.
So that's
Yes,
a blessing. That's another added feature or
That's a bonus to this podcast.
to the podcast for you, for those who constantly support and chime in on the D.A.P. I thank you for that. Real talk. Yeah. So now let's get to the chat real quick. So call in 973-433-5666. 973-433-5666. All right. So what you say, Alnisa? The reciprocal is a blessing too. To reciprocate. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a blessing to be able to give. I agree.
It is a blessing to give.
Yeah.
And it's also a blessing when you receive those, receive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's real
Sometimes
talk.
some people need it, but they still give.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, listen, I'm not against you, young lady. I'm not against you. I'm with you. I understand your whole point and everything that you're getting at. I understand it all.
Real talk. And back to Ursula's comment. She asked the question, there's verbal, there's mental, there's physical abuse. And I truly believe, Ursula, that there is a lot of verbal abuse going on in many different relationships. Men don't talk about it. A lot of men are verbally abused when it comes to their relationship. They don't say he don't talk about he was cursed out. Or I gotta go home real quick, man, because my wife, my old lady. But in reality, he don't want to get abused verbally. They get assassinated verbally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because sometimes it's like that's what they used to doing,
Yeah, they're popping off at the mouth.
popping off at the mouth
And they get away with it.
and get away with it.
And then they call the police. And when they call the police, guess who got to leave? The guy.
yeah.
After she started it.
Real talk.
After she said, F you. She said, F you. You a piece of ish.
Real
you
talk.
ain't ish.
Real talk.
You don't do ish, you ain't ish.
Yeah,
So,
Alnisa said it has
consistency
a
there.
lot to do with how people was raised. I agree. Man, another young brother was talking in the shop today, and we were talking about that. And he was talking about how every time we get into a little conversation or a debate, she turned it into a all blown out like
Argument.
as if we was fighting or something.
She put you in a situation that you was never in, and it's
Right.
something that you ain't talking about.
So it goes back to what Lisa was saying. That's how she was probably raised. Some people are raised around altercations, fights, arguments on a regular. They turn something small into something big. Some people are raised around that, and that's the reason possibly why. You know what I mean? They are branded. That's branded in them to do that. That's the only way they know how to communicate. And some
Yeah.
people like a little bit of chaotic.
Yes, they
You know
like
what I
that.
mean?
They love
Okay.
that. A lot of people love that.
Yeah, man.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
So, that's toxic.
Yeah.
So recently, I've just been subtracting myself from toxic people.
Okay.
People who only call me when they need something. People who always text me when they want something, or only come around when they want to vent Sometimes I just be like, look, I don't need your issues on top of my issues. But now, this is what I do now. I can't use your issues.
Right.
Let me deal with mine first. Next week, come talk to me next week.
Thank you, Float. Excuse me, brother. Thank you, Float, for chiming in. Appreciate that. He also shared the page, man. Thank you, Float.
See?
Appreciate you, brother.
Much
love. Jamil, thank you, brother. Respect. Much love. Ola, done. Thank you, Ola. Appreciate you. What's good with you, Daniel Lloyd? Thank you for chiming in, my brother. What's good? So, Daniel Lloyd says a lot of verbal abuse happens around children.
Yeah, and it travels with them until they adulthood.
Yeah, when they get older, they do the same thing.
Yes, because
they
that's
say,
what they saw.
This is how I learned how to communicate.
Yes.
Yeah, that's real, Daniel. Real talk. Ursula says verbal is the worst.
Communication.
It sets in and leads. It sets in and leads to a mental thing.
Yes.
That's facts, man.
When we're talking about
great point.
See, most of the things that everybody's speaking about is not non-physical. You know what that you know the next topic? Mm-hmm. What's the next topic?
We're gonna get into that right now.
I just said, what is the next topic?
Oh, it's about dealing with communication.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but as we speaking now, a lot of people talking about
basically,
about
yeah.
So,
real talk.
I mean, but we also got to speak about the abuse, like the mental abuse that people do, like the other day when you had
verbal that's mental too.
Verbal
is definitely verbal, but it got to get to the brain.
Right,
Once
it does have to get to the brain, but
come
sometimes
out the mouth into the brain, boom.
Some people,
and that's why she said that. What she said.
But there's a lot of times where a person can abuse, verbally abuse you where it doesn't become mental. Because some people could just take that, whatever you said, and just, brush it off.
Right.
But then you might say something to trigger.
Facts.
Trigger me. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's why you're a piece of ish.
Right.
Oh, that's why a lot of females say that's why your thing is small.
Right. You got to shrink.
Yeah, you got to shrink. You can't work the middle because your thing too little.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Like now, me, already self-conscious about that. Not me. I'm not talking about me. I'm just saying
speaking in general.
Speaking in general.
All right.
But
you just told him your thing was a shrimp.
No.
I was messing with you.
So, they a lot of females know trigger words.
Right.
Or ways to trigger a man to make it a mental thing. I don't always think that a verbal abuse is mental abuse. I don't think that.
No. What my point I'm making is it's definitely verbal abuse,
right,
which goes into another phase sometimes. If this man was abused constantly verbally, then the next phase is mentally, because it's coming out her mouth into his ears, into his brain.
It's those trigger words that make it mental.
Right.
And women, I don't know what camera. Listen, that kills a man. That's worse than sometimes your mental abuse is worse than the physical abuse.
No, not sometimes. All the time.
No, because
definitely
it is. But sometimes the abuse of you stabbing a dude and he has to come back to you when he has nothing. Well, you know what? You're right. You're right. Because if you beat me up, I gotta go back. I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna go back. And then if you say whatever you want, I'm gonna go back. But you're right.
That mental, bro.
That mental is the worst.
Yeah.
That mental. See, females. Yeah. I think females have that locked when it comes to that.
But see, here's the thing. If you love someone, just like you don't want no man beating on you don't want that. That's not good. And for any man doing that, he's a coward. Go get help. You know what I mean? You shouldn't do that. It's the same thing. You should not be wanting to beat down the man's brain that you love in a negative, where you can actually use that energy for the positive. Because women are very powerful.
Very.
Your words is powerful to men.
Very.
Your words are so powerful, man. It'll make a man go out there and cut the goddamn grass in the hot ass sun and 98 degrees, no shirt, just to please you from your words. That's your words, you can change that around. Yeah, real talk. So what you say? Let's go to the chat real quick. Verbal leads to mental, which creates emotions that cultivates physical abuse. Alicia is 100% correct.
You know what I say to that? You never know what a person is capable of when emotions are involved.
Right, that's right. Ursula said abuse can be recycled. Facts. Just like, if it can be recycled even from the child constantly seeing that, he already branded. He gonna recycle that damn thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? This is how my mama did it. This is how my daddy did it. You know what I mean?
This is how I'm taught to do it.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna do it the way that they taught me.
That's right. Thank you again, Frederick. Thank you, Frederick, my man, for chiming in and for sharing the page. He pressed, typed in, done. Now, if I go back a little later and see that I only see 2 shares, I'm calling y'all out in my next live. I'm calling you out. They lied to me.
Am I supposed to put done too? Let me put, wait,
No.
I'm gonna put done right now.
No, you good.
You calling me out.
No, I ain't gonna do that to you, brother. You're a guest here. So thank you again, Frederick Blanc. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you very much, man. Tracy, what's good with you? Tracy here. Burgess, what's good? Good. That's what's up. Church Tracy says, all forms of abuse is mental.
Yes, that's what I was. Because he's right. He said that already.
Bottom line.
Right.
Bottom line. Thank you, Tracy. And Tracy is a therapist. She's definitely in that field. So I think she know a little something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Thank you for chiming in, Tracy. Appreciate you. Much love, respect. All right. What Alicia say? Emotional abuse is the worst, okay? And also Tracy says abuse can sometimes be a learned behavior. Exactly what we were talking about for the child, coming up under that. So if they learn that, that's the only thing they know.
And it's not necessarily learned in the home. It's learned
anyway.
Learned anyway.
Yeah.
These young women learn how to be aggressive sometimes in the street. Not in the home. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the home.
Right.
They learn their ways of the world in the streets, not at home. And the boys learn their discipline in the streets, not in the home. This day and age,
that's facts.
They learn it in the street, not in the home.
Facts.
And
real talk. Say that one more time to that camera right there.
The guys learn their discipline in the streets, not in the home. In this day and age.
All right.
And the women learn their discipline also. Well, they learn their ways from people in the street, not in the household. It's not always necessarily in the household.
Real talk. Hey man, we're going back to the chat real quick, and who we got coming up saying something? Oh, Frederick Blunt said abuse and liars. That's the start of the relationship. That's the end, or is that the start? Abuse and liars, that's the start of the relationship. Okay, real talk.
Oh God,
real talk, Fred.
Very horrible.
Good one, Fred. Jamil said, what kind of abuse is slander?
Slander, it could be an emotional abuse. You're slandering my name. You're slandering, my job, my work, or whatever it is. Me as a person, you're slandering me as a person. That can be emotional.
Yeah, it's
like, dang, I can't reply to this person. I can't respond to this person. They slandering me, and now I'm looking for them. Psychological. Psychological.
Ursula says verbal. Alicia says emotional. Okay. The end, says Frederick. The end. Basically, what he was saying, that's the end of the relationship. You know what I mean? When you have a person who is abusive and a liar. You know what I mean?
But sometimes you don't know when a person is lying and stuff like that. And sometimes we don't recognize the abuse until somebody pointed out to us, because we're on the inside looking out.
Okay.
It's always the person on the outside that points out certain things, and then we start looking into it like, oh, wait a minute. My girl, yes, you do that. So we think constructive criticism, optimistic people think, oh, it's constructive criticism. And I think this way, think that way.
Right.
I'm like, oh, wait a minute. She said that too many times already. She said I'm dirty too many times. Like,
yeah, like.
All right, so now once you heard her say, oh, you're dirty too many times, and now you're saying, oh, I stink. Wait a minute. Now you're telling me I don't know how to clean. Wait, she said that before. Yeah.
You constantly saying that. Why you keep saying that? You know I'm gonna get in the shower.
Yeah. So now it becomes annoying.
Yeah, it becomes annoying.
Now once it becomes annoying, now it's like, wait a minute. Now it becomes a mental thing.
Right.
That's why I said that, you're right.
Yeah, good point. Good point. So what you say, Yvonne? Yvonne said that I'm trying to share but don't know how. Well, phone broke. All right, but thank you for even trying. Thank you for even trying. I appreciate you chiming in, Yvonne. Miss K-Son.
Hey, Yvonne.
Much love, respect. No doubt. Real talk. Okay, yes, it is emotional, but it's more so psychological. Tracy Burgess, more psychological. All right, Tracy also says people tend to ignore psychological abuse because they're not aware that they're being psychologically abused when it's happening.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just saying.
Yeah,
they don't know. They don't know because you're in the situation, so you don't see it.
Right.
You don't see it. Mm-hmm. It's like when you're in the gym and you're working out, you really don't see the results. Everybody else point out the results except for you.
Right.
Because you can't see it. Because that's you working out.
That's deep. Okay, Alicia says psychological abuse is considered emotional abuse, Tracy. Okay. All right, okay. Y'all can,
They 1 and 1.
If you would like to call, Tracy, give me a call real quick. If you could. Just call in so you don't have to keep typing, because I know you she goes in. She studied this damn thing for a long time. Mm-hmm. So she definitely has a lot to say. So I would love for you to call in. You can call in now on the D.A.P show at 973-433-5666. Anybody can dial that number right now and we will answer, and everyone will be able to hear what you're talking about so that you can express yourself right here instead of typing. All right, so feel free to do that. Okay, Ursula responded to Tracy. So knowing the signs do help. Knowing the signs do help. Exactly, Ursula. Definitely. Real talk. So Ola, what you say, Ola? Ola says, early this morning, I seen a dad snatch his young son, grabbing him with a flat clutch to his chest. All right, a fist clutch to the chest. I was about 50 yards from them when I see this. Brother, again, I'm going to address his threatening fear he put inside his young prince. I didn't approach him when he was bogarting his son because he had 2 other kids skating around him. I didn't want to check him in front of his son, which I felt is a disrespectful approach. Yes, it would have been.
Very.
Yeah, y'all probably got it in. Because, you're talking about, yeah.
Now you're emotionally disturbing this guy psychological in front of his child.
He about to get it in. Because at that time, he dealing with his son too. It's like, yo, you mind your motherfucking business. He already on 100. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that was a good thing that you didn't. Your thoughts, please. He's asking our thoughts on
our thoughts.
Yeah, as far as the guy grabbing his son up by the chest, or fist grab, grabbing the shirt and bogarting him and getting him. But we don't know the situation.
No, we don't know. Depending on the situation. Yeah. Because it's certain situations where as though
have to be a little tough.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta be like that. Yeah. Sometimes it's like that.
Yeah, you gotta know the situation. Don't know what he did. Don't know what he said.
I got a perfect example.
Go ahead.
When my child, once he started going outside by himself and riding his bike.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna put the number in the chat as well.
Call from Tracy. To accept, press.
Okay, we got Tracy on the line. Thank you for chiming in, Tracy. Appreciate you. Much love, respect. Thank you. What's good? Hold on for yeah. How you doing, my sister? Hold on for 1 minute, Trace. I'm gonna put that number in the chat right now. Okay, 973. I said 433-5666. Okay, so y'all can go ahead and grab that number. It's in the chat. Go ahead, Tracy. What you got on the topic? And thank you again for chiming in.
So real quick, Unfortunately, I can't stay on because I'm just leaving Philly,
No problem.
and you know what I do over here. But I just wanted to respond to someone that made the comparison between mental abuse and
Psychological.
psychological abuse. It is not the same.
Okay.
It is not the same.
Okay. Break
There's
that
a
down for us,
difference. So
Trace. Break that down.
the difference between mental abuse focuses on questioning and influencing a person's way of thinking and views of reality. So that's something similar to like, let's say a narcissist.
Got you.
When they gaslight you, they'll go, "Oh, I'm sorry if I made you cry."
Right.
And
Got you.
but by using the word "if," it makes the person that's crying like question their reasoning, their rationale behind crying.
Like, right. Am I
the
supposed to be
narcissist
crying? I'm
actually
supposed to be
saying,
crying right now? What you mean, if? You
right,
got me crying.
right.
It's not if. I am crying.
I am crying.
Right.
Right. What I'm looking for you to do is validate my feelings with an apology, not question, if I'm crying, if I'm faking, if I'm hurting. No, I am hurting. You hurt my feelings. I need an apology. So that's like mental abuse. And then with psychological abuse, psychological abuse can like cause a person to question their environment, question the situation that's going on, what's going on around them. If it can like psychological abuse can leave a person feeling constantly anxious and threatened. So yeah, there is a difference between the two. So one stems from a behavior, the other one stems from a thought process. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you for
This
that.
is a really, really good topic.
We appreciate that. I appreciate you coming. Much love. Enjoy, Tracy. Thank you. Appreciate that. That was that was a great analogy. You know what I mean? Coming from a real therapist who deals with that. You know what I mean? What you say, Alicia? I said psychological is considered emotional, not mental, Tracy. Then Alicia also goes on to say mental abuse focuses on questioning and influencing a person way of thinking. Oh yeah, she definitely just said that. She just said that. Yeah, so yeah, go ahead. Yeah, she just said that. She just said that on the phone. Yeah, so yeah, you're right. You must have went and go Google that real quick. So hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, real talk. You know what I mean?
We all said the same thing.
Yes.
We all on the same page.
Yeah, we on the same page. Then psychological abuse can cause a person to question their environment. Okay, yeah, she said all of that. So that's some definitely she was on point with it. Okay, so we got another caller calling in again. The phone number again.
Call from Tracy.
The phone number is in the
Accept, press 1 to send a
chat. All right, is in the comments. So Tracy did say all that. As a matter of fact, she just called back again. What's good, Tracy? Let's go.
I'm sorry. She made a comparison between emotional and mental?
Yes.
Well, hold on. No, she said. Let me read it to you so you can hear exactly what she said. All right.
Yeah, because I'm driving.
Okay, so the first comment, I think she was responding to you a little while back. I guess before you actually came on the phone, she said, "I said psychological is considered emotional, not mental." Okay, and then she went on to say, when you hung up, mental abuse focuses on questioning and influencing a person's way of thinking and views on reality. And I said you did say something like that already, Tracy.
Yeah, I already said that. But with psychological and emotional, they're not quite the same. We have to remember emotions derive from primary feelings. That's how emotions are driven. I'll give you an example.
Go ahead.
Let's take love, for example. So there's like a positive way of loving and a negative way of loving. And then of course, there's boundary settings that goes in between there. So a person can love you and want the best for you. A person can love you and it derives a secondary emotion, secondary feelings of insecurity. Right. I love this person this much that If they hurt me, I swear I'm gonna go and kill them. So it's not really mental, because remember, mental is triggered by the emotion. Everything is not the same.
Well,
There is an emotional abuse. There's mental abuse. There's
Right.
physical abuse.
Right.
There is financial abuse.
Facts.
Psychological.
There's
Sexual
different types
abuse.
of abuses.
Right.
There's sexual abuse. There's gambling. Yes, and some of it is not driven off of emotion, and some of it is not driven off of mental either.
I always say
So it's a lot deeper than any of us can imagine.
I can imagine.
I always say
when
that
you're
as
talking
emotional abuse can be the worst, like, because you never know what a person is capable of when emotions are involved, because they are capable to kill someone. But psychologically,
You are absolutely correct.
when you say psychological,
Thanks.
I'm capable of killing myself or me and the person that I'm
Exactly.
talking about.
Got
That's
you.
That's psychological. Or, just one person. But me, you don't know if I'm emotional,
Right.
messed up. You don't know what that person is
because
capable of.
emotions can cloud your judgment very heavy.
It does cloud your judgment.
Exactly.
Real talk. Yep.
It's that secondary emotion that is derived from that primary emotion. That's why they call it emotion regulation intelligence. If people are not able to control their emotions,
Can't.
when those secondary emotions are triggered,
It's a wrap.
depending on how that person is processing,
It's hard to come back.
it, you're either going to see the negative or the positive of that individual.
Right.
Facts. Wow. Thank you. Appreciate
That's
that.
why I wanted to share. But let me get my butt out of Philly because it's getting dark.
All right. Much love.
See y'all
Respect.
later.
All right,
Don't get
Chase.
emotional now.
All
Just
right,
go ahead and
bye.
drive.
All right, got
Peace.
you.
Much love. Yeah, that was great.
That's
That
why
was a great.
That's why I always say, I tell my sons this too. And people, my friends, you never know what a person is capable of when emotions are involved. Because like you said, like she said, secondary emotions, it clouds your judgments. And that person is capable of a lot of things. Psychologically, if I'm psychologically messed up, I might do something to myself.
Facts.
Or I might do something to you, then to myself. But if I'm emotionally messed up, there's no telling what I'm gonna do. Anybody that walks into
Facts.
my way, when I'm emotionally messed up, they might get it. They might
Right.
feel the effects of what's going on.
That's real talk. And Jamil, what you say? Jamil said, "Thank you, Tracy. Much love, respect." Good point, my man Tone. If you want to call in, you can call in now at 973-433-5666 and get your point across. You don't have to be all typing. I ain't trying to put you to work. If you want to get your point across, you can call in. And this way, your analogy, your perspective is heard clearly, not just in typing. By you speaking, you can hear what you're saying in tone and everything. So call that number, 973-433-5666. What you gonna say, Tom?
I wanted to get back to the guy conversation when he was asking about the guy who clutched his son in the chest and stuff like that.
Okay.
I had a great example.
Hola.
Yeah, I had a great example of me disciplining my child. I asked my child and his friends, listen, people, if y'all sons or daughters or whatever, if y'all kids are friends with my kids, when y'all kids are with my son, those are my kids too. So
Facts.
It takes a village. Anyway, I asked him, I said, listen, if he start going out and he's riding his bikes and he runs into the streets and stuff like that, following his friends, I asked him, I said, look, you got to look both ways before running in the street or before walking in the street.
Right.
So he didn't listen the first time. So I said it again. I said, okay, listen, here's your choices. You can run in the street and don't look and get hit by a car. Now, when you get hit by a car, you can end up in the hospital, or you can run in the street and without looking and I'll pop you in the back of the head, or you can run in the street, get hit by a car and die. Which one do you want? He said, neither. I said, so don't do it. So he didn't listen to me the first time. I yelled at him. Second time, popped him in the back of the head. I said, all right, now, listen, if you get hit by a car, don't come crying to me. Do not come crying to me because I told you already. And you know what happened? He got hit by a car.
Wow.
You know what he did? He didn't cry to me because I warned him.
Right.
I told him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's it.
He's a good listener.
Yeah, he's a great listener.
Yes, sir.
He understands that daddy got his best interests at heart.
Ola, do me a favor. Call again, probably because someone else is on the line. So call again, 973-433-5666. Yeah, he learned the lesson though.
He learned real quick.
He definitely learned the lesson.
Now he listens
Good night,
to daddy.
Alicia. Much love and respect to you as well.
Night.
No doubt. Thank you for chiming in there. We about to go to the next topic in a minute. I'm going to wait for a minute and see if Ola going to call in. That's going to be 973-433-5666. All right. Make sure you ain't got a flip phone, Ola. All right. It don't work for flip phones.
Hey,
That's my man, Ola, L2B. A lot of the hats I be wearing, I get them from Ola. Yeah, when you see the L2B. Yeah, not this one, not this one, but when you see the L2Bs, yeah, that'd be his hats and stuff. Okay, Frederick, what you say? Appreciate this platform. Like people our age, parents were born. The
still thinking
20s.
this for you.
So this is dad and women talk because our parents didn't kick like this. Our parents didn't kick it like this. Real talk, man. And I appreciate you appreciating, you know what I mean, this platform. And for those who don't know, man, we're going to take this thing to a whole nother level. And we appreciate you taking a ride with us. You know what I mean? You can go to YouTube right now if you can. If you get a chance, go to David Adams Podcast, and could you please press subscribe? We're live right now. Please press subscribe on David Adams Podcast on YouTube. And once you press subscribe, go ahead and press the little bell and press all. So this way, anytime I go live, you will get a notification that D.A.P is live. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Waiting on you, Ola. Go ahead and call in. Again, the number 973-433-5666. Before we go on to the next topic. The next topic is going to be in the chat. 433-56. All right, you got that. All right. So yeah, the next topic is going to be uncommunicated expectations
Ladies.
in relationships.
Women.
Yeah. Yeah.
Women.
Yeah. You supposed to know that.
You should know what I like.
You should know. You don't know?
Last week you was a vegetarian.
You're supposed to be a real man.
Now you're a vegan. So how am I supposed to know what you want?
But the thing is, you're supposed to know you're a real man.
Well, a real man.
I thought you was a real man, because a real man.
Well, if I'm a real man, then a real man takes the lead. So I'm going to tell you what you are. I'm not going to ask you what you are. I'm not going to assume what you are. I'm going to tell you what you are. You're no longer vegan or vegetarian. You eat meat now.
Wow.
That's it.
You made sure, Ola, did you dial 1-973-433-5666? I don't know your location where you are, so that might be a problem. So dial 1-973-433-5666. All right? Try that. Because it might be the, where you located. I don't know if you're in Cali right now. I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. You're supposed to know.
The question is, what am I supposed to know?
Right. You're supposed to be a mind reader.
I ain't a mind reader.
You're supposed to be a mind reader.
And then
that's what real men do.
But then, even if I was a mind reader and I read your mind, you still not satisfied.
Come on, man.
You still not satisfied.
Come on. Still not satisfied.
That happens a lot.
It really do. No lie.
I'm supposed to. There you go.
I think that go Ola. I think he didn't press the 1. That's what it was. What's good with you, Ola?
I'm in there now.
Peace, brother. What's good with you? Much love, man. So that's what it was, the 1, right? So
it was that 1, yo.
Where you located right now, Ola?
I'm in B-More. I'm in Maryland right now.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, that's what it is. So if you out of state, if you're another town, please press the 1 when you dial in. All right. And if you're from out of town on here now watching, go ahead and let me hear or state your state, city, or whatever where you located. Go ahead, Ola. What you got on the topic, bro?
Well, it was in regards to what I was saying, what I seen this morning, man. Because actually, man, that thing hurt my heart the way he snatched his son. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I observed that, and the little prince had fear in his heart, man. And he was crying.
Wow. Do me a
So,
favor, Ola. Turn down your volume on your phone. Turn your volume down. Wherever you are, turn it down. Yeah, because it's double talking right now.
Okay, I turned it down.
All right, cool. Yeah, I hear something in the background though.
Got
That's
me
why.
now?
Yeah, I hear some other stuff in the background. Maybe you're around a lot of
Well, okay, I turned it down. He hearing you. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, anybody got a
Okay.
phone in there, they gotta turn it down. Or go in another room or something. Yeah.
That's good right now, right?
That's better now. There it is.
So that's tone right there, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
sir,
my man
that's
Tone.
me.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. Like he said though, and like he said, because I was like, well, you can't approach him right now because you don't even know what that is.
Definitely
and
not.
it,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
But at that
but
moment,
I
like
see
at that moment, there's abuse going on, possibly. There's emotional things going on right now. You know what I mean? At that
And
moment, you know what I mean?
psychological.
And psychological and mental.
Yeah.
So you walking into that, bro, that would be, that would be,
Yeah, You're gonna cloud his judgment once you go in there. It may
Exactly.
be good intent.
Right.
When you go walk up on him, it's good intent.
Right.
But you don't know his emotions right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So his emotions might get clouded when you walking in talking about something. Yo, you shouldn't be grabbing your son and you saying it in front of his son.
Yeah,
And then
that's
other
gonna hurt,
other
yeah.
people around. Oh yeah,
That's not gonna work.
We got an issue now.
Yeah, so I thank you, man, for even not even doing that, bro. That's a blessing that you didn't do that. But on the other hand, you said you would talk to him later on. I think he'll take it way better. He'll take that way
Oh
better.
yeah, I'm a smooth talking because
Yeah.
he in this complex where I'm at. So I know how to approach him, man. You gotta kill him with kindness.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Also respect.
There you go. That's the whole thing. Yeah.
But some men, at one point, my uncle was like this. Some men, you can't talk to them about their children, like, because that's my child. Doesn't matter what my child did. You can't talk to me about my child.
Yeah.
And a lot of
At that time, I was younger.
That was then.
And I think you put your hands on him.
Yes,
or
I
something?
did.
Yeah, and
Yes,
I went
I did.
off. I
He
went
went
the
off
fuck
on me.
off.
And
Ain't
you know
nothing
what's-
happening. You know what I
you know
mean?
what's crazy?
I went off.
He knew.
Yeah.
I
But that's
bring
my
this
man,
up to
you
him
know what I
before.
mean?
I bring this
Yeah.
up, like, we always go back and forth. So, even though back then, we didn't have a tight bond.
Mm-hmm.
Our tight bond became when on one Thanksgiving he called me up. He said, "Tone, I need you to come through." I said, "All right, I'm coming through." I came through the house. The whole family's here. And being that the whole family was here, he was like, "Look, I need y'all to tell us stories about yourself." And he said, "Tone, tell that story
No. What I said was, if there was anything that I did,
yeah, if there's anything,
any one of y'all that's here, it was a lot of people here for family Thanksgiving type thing now.
Yeah,
and I'm
family.
like, I wanted to apologize to you now because I want to make sure I don't ever want to leave this earth. You know what I mean?
With animosity and
with
stuff like that.
animosity, you know what I mean? So if there's anything that bothered you through the years that you've been knowing me and being around me, you go ahead and express it, and I want to apologize right now for
right.
it.
And it must have been it must have had a hold on you because you asked me to tell that story.
Right.
Now the story was we was in a when I told him the story before when it first happened. When it first happened, he didn't want to hear nothing. All he knows is that his son ran into the house. He forgot the fact that I asked to take his kids to the park. His kids was too young to cross the street by themselves. He forgot that
That went out the window.
All of that went out the window. It's me and his three other little children at the park. No, it's two other little children at the park. And we was chilling. We was having fun. And one of the kids was picking with his youngest son. And I told his other son, "Look, make sure your brother's all right." None of that mattered. He didn't realize that his son got to the house, the one that's not supposed to cross the street. He didn't realize that he got back to the house about 10 to 15 minutes before we did. Now, mind you, we got to cross a big street. We got to cross a big street, a busy street, where people don't care whether there's a kid running down the street or not. He didn't care. So when I got to the house And and
that was never explained, but at the time,
it wasn't explained because I couldn't explain it to him.
Yeah, I wasn't,
because that's my son.
Yeah.
That's mine. You don't touch mine. You don't yell at my child. You don't do none of that. So before,
I think I was in my 20s.
His son ran into the street. First of all, his son was picking on his younger son, and then the second thing was he ran in the street after someone or a ball or something like that, and he didn't. And I told him, I said, "You do that again, I'm gonna pop you in the back of the head." So his son did it 2 more times, so it's 3 times. But by the 4th time that I popped him in, the 3rd time I popped him in the back of the head. Now by the 4th time he ran across the street. He was running in the street, and he ran home. And when he ran home, he got to his father before I did. And when I walked into the house, his father was like, he says, you don't ever put your hands on my mother effer's son. That's my mother effer's son. You don't, if you got a problem with him, I'm like, yo, but let me explain. Nah, you don't got to talk to me. I'm like, all right, so you know what?
I ain't want to hear nothing.
He didn't want to hear nothing. So you know what I did? I walked out the house, and instead of me arguing back and forth with him, what I did tell him is that if your son do it again, I'm gonna do it again. And he replied, and if you do that, I'm gonna do it to you.
Right.
His son never did it again.
Right.
Never. And his son to this day has not disrespected me to that manner
Real
again.
Talk. That's right. Real talk.
So but after we did that, but my point is, Supreme. David Supreme, his mind was his judgment was clouded by his emotions
at that
time. His emotions was, that's my child, that's my oldest son. His oldest son came to him crying for something that someone else did or said to him, and he didn't give a what happened.
That's right. So
don't touch my child.
So that was a good thing that you walked away and did not intervene, Ola.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. But this is what I'm saying. These are true stories that I'm telling here.
Yeah, real talk. True
These are true stories that I'm telling here.
Yep. But again, thank you for calling in, Ola. You want anything else to say about that?
No, I'm good, man. Y'all doing a good job, man. You know
I appreciate it.
Tracy be on her thing. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Even Jamil, so.
No doubt,
no doubt. Get those numbers up. 3, 4, 500.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Trying.
Yeah, man. That's what I need your help, brother. Real talk. I need your help, man. Thank you so much.
And with those hats
I said,
Nope. Yep. And
I'll be up by the end of the month.
Okay, cool. Send me a picture, man. Whatever you want. We're gonna put that flyer together. Thank you, Ola, for chiming in. Much love and respect. Let's give Ola a round of applause.
Thank you,
yes, sir. You're welcome, brother.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, unexpected, or I should say, uncommunicated expectations. All right, we back there. What you say, Derek? My grandfather would say, "I'm not mean. I just mean what I say." That's real talk. All right, real talk. Yes, sir.
I'm not mean, but I mean what I say. That's a good one.
Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot expect someone to know how you feel.
Nope.
You cannot. We cannot expect for someone to know how we feel. Some of the relationships, marriages, or relationships, one of the most biggest reasons why they fail, not mainly because of financial, that's what people say, not mainly because of infidelity, none of that stuff. That can be some reasons, that can be a few reasons why, but one of the number one reasons is uncommunicated expectations.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Uncommunicated. I mean, there are some men that never tell their wife or their partner or or their girl, whatever, their lady, what he expects of her. Baby, I expect you to cook at least 2 times a day. I expect you to cook 3 times a day. I expect you to cook, whatever the case may be. You never express that to her. And then it comes out in a big old argument.
Yes.
You understand? But if you sat down prior to, in the beginning or whatever, you know, this is what I expect of you. So, cause some men sometimes feel like they shouldn't have to tell their woman anything, cause sometimes they have fear of whatever the case may be of not even expressing everything is for her.
Listen, sometimes the men are afraid to speak to their women because the women gonna yell at them.
Right.
And they love their girls so much. They want to make them so happy that they don't want to bring any negativity towards the conversation, and so they just accept.
That's bad,
but they don't understand. But they don't. Sometimes, listen, ladies. Sometimes I don't understand what you're saying. Sometimes I don't understand what you're communicating to me. So don't expect me. If you don't communicate it to me, and I don't tell you I don't understand, please keep trying to explain it to me, because I'm not. Don't expect me to understand what what is it?
Uncommunicated.
Yeah. Don't
expectations.
Don't expect me to understand
what you never communicated.
What you never communicated to me.
Right.
What you never told me. What you never explained to me. Don't expect me to know, because I'm not gonna know. I'm the type of person that's gonna tell you how I feel.
Facts. That's how it goes.
Especially if you
there
ask
are
me.
men out there that's like that. So sometimes, you know, ladies, you have to also express what you feel or what you expect in that man.
No. Don't say sometimes.
All the time.
Period.
That's facts.
All the
time. You got to express that. You know, because a lot of times you get more women that do that than men. They kind of like expect certain things, but you don't do it, and it's brought up, you know what I mean, negatively, but still never, you know, I would like for you to, you know what I mean? You got to talk. You got to tell him that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to tell that brother that.
Got to communicate that to him.
Got to communicate that, you know what I mean? The relationship ended. Why? Because he wasn't this, he wasn't that. He never did this. Did you ever tell him?
Did you ever tell him that? No.
Yeah.
But he should know already. Well, why should he know?
Right.
Because that's how I am. Well, how does he know how you are if you never told him how you are?
Hey.
Because that's what I do.
Right.
How does he know that's what you do?
Right.
If you never did it in front of him, around him, and you never told him what you do.
Here's another great example that Mike Levine, what's good with you? Thanks for chiming in. This happened once before, a few times to me. He says, well, in my case, I would buy food after I got the word that she cooked. Y'all are right. That happened to me a few times. Now, she cooked. Banging dish. I done ate already. You know what I mean? I'm full. I'm full as hell. I'm nice. I come in the house, I'm smelling like, God damn. Why you ain't tell me you cook? And it was special. It was a special meal, but you have to let me know. You got to let the man know. Look, baby, don't go and buy nothing to eat because I cooked a nice meal for you, baby. I just want to make sure you don't eat before you get here. That's how you do that. I cannot read your mind.
Nope.
We can't read your mind.
Nope, not at all.
Even with a surprise, we can't read your mind. You know what I mean? So yeah, you got to communicate that. Don't expect something that you did not communicate. Thank you for that that post or that comment, Levine. If you want to comment, please go ahead and type in 973-433-5666. If you want to verbalize your comment without typing it, you know what I mean? So you can call in. If you're in a different state, 1-973-433-5666.
Listen, Supreme, my bad, real quick. This smells good, man.
Yeah, it's coming up, right?
Yo,
every time I move my hand, I smell it.
I keep smelling it. It smells good.
Real talk.
It's my beard.
It's glistening. Yeah, go ahead. Let me see.
Am I glistening in there?
It's glistening a little bit over there too. Yeah, I see a little glistening.
Yo,
yeah,
this stuff smells good.
Real talk.
I'm telling you.
This is actual royal too. Supreme Sunshine Shea Butter. Yeah, whatever you want to use. Go ahead. Yeah, there you go. That's Supreme Sunshine Shea Butter right there. Yeah,
that's good.
Smell.
That's real good.
No doubt.
I'm enjoying that.
Yeah, definitely. Derek said, thank you, man. Derek, Float, what's good with you? What's good? Thank you for chiming in, Float. Float said, true story, Sir David. True story. Yeah, man. Definitely. So, yeah, what are some of the other things that some women don't communicate?
They don't communicate their feelings because we're supposed to know.
Oh no, women do communicate their feelings.
No, they don't.
They
no,
do.
They don't. They don't.
Women always
no.
emotional, bro. Come on now.
No. They don't communicate. They don't tell us exactly
Verbally.
how. They don't tell us exactly how they feel
About
They
things.
express it. They express how they feel in a physical, a mentally abusive way.
Okay.
Physical way,
Right. When they upset
physically,
about something, right.
When that's how you know they feelings because they become emotional, psychological, physical, abusive. Most times. Most times.
Might
I'm
not
saying
have nothing
most
to do with
times.
nothing, but something that happened that you didn't do. That she still.
I can't ask you one question without you yelling and arguing with
Come
me.
on, man.
One question. Listen, did you call your son today?
What?
Come on, what? Why would I do that? He with me all day, every day. Well, how am I supposed to know that he's with you all day, every day if we just dropped him off? You know, you didn't express that to me.
Man, listen, I've heard this from many men. I've experienced it as well. And so, ladies, if you listening, that's very serious when you act like, we supposed to know. You can't do that. You have to tell the person what exactly what's going on. You can't just expect him to know.
Right. Listen, when you ask your man a question, you should respond to his questions the way you want your questions to be answered. When you ask your man a question, so if you ask your man right now, like if he's coming home from work and you say, "Oh, where you at?" He's gonna say, "Oh, right now I'm on exit 56, heading into Irvington." But when he asks you where you at, I'm on the highway, or I'm driving home. Well, where at?
Nah, no, that's not a good example.
No, that's
I
not a
feel
good
like,
example.
You know why?
That's an
Because
example
women
because-
are detailed when it comes to stuff like that.
No, they're not detailed. Not all women are detailed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry because they leave certain things out.
Right.
Like a lot of times females lie about listen. Sometimes you lie about the smallest things, and that's so annoying to me. That's so annoying. What are you doing? Nothing. But meanwhile, she's in there doing a whole bunch of things. Like, did you go to work today? Why'd you ask me? They don't answer the question.
Right.
So there's a lot of times you ask a female a question, they dance around the question.
Right.
Or
Instead
they just
of going
or they just get angry.
Mm.
Or they just get angry. They're not expressing. They're not expressing their feelings.
Right.
But they expect you to understand what they're saying to you. I ask, like, if I drop my son off every day to school, and then I ask you, she picks him up, or she picked him up. Let's say she picked him up today. Oh, I'm always like. Did you call your son? Did you speak to your son today? Oh, I always speak to my son. Well, it's just a question.
Yeah. Like, it turns into something else.
Yeah, it turned into something else. But you expect me to know that you picked him up from school?
What you say, Jamil? Jamil said they never answer directly. Directly.
Whoa, Jamil, you see? I like you.
Real talk. Real talk.
Like it.
So, Devin, what you say? Stop throwing me under the bus. What do you mean? I don't get it. Explain. If you want to call in, you can call in now.
973-433-5666. I've been wanting to say that all night.
Say it again.
973-433-5666.
There we go. You got it. You got the number.
Slow-mo, baby.
Yeah, for those who are a little slow and you may not caught that. All right. Much love. That's the 973-433-5666. You can call in. Dealing with the topic now, which is uncommunicated expectations, man. Yeah, we are not mind readers
At all.
We can't read your mind. This is not mental telepathy. On both sides, not just
Yes,
women.
it's on both sides.
Yeah, but I find that women do that more.
Majority of the time, yes. Because they don't express their feelings without being emotional. They don't express their feelings without being emotional. And they always leave things out. They're never direct.
Right.
Are you black? What do you mean am I black? Are you black? I'm light skinned. Are you black?
Right. Not direct, right?
It's never direct. But
Gotcha.
but they expect me to know that they're black.
Right. Yeah. Derek says, with what are you saying? I don't get it. But
Me
anyway. Yeah. So there's situations where heard of a story. The young lady, her and her husband got divorced. And she mentioned that I'm glad it's over because, he didn't know what he was doing anyway, talking about in the bedroom. All right. So she wanted it a certain way, but she never really expressed that to him. Like see, what happens is she may have been going off of what she was dealing with some other man.
Mm-hmm. And
You know
expect
what I mean?
him to be able
expect him to be able to hit that button the same exact way, but he couldn't.
She found out the grass ain't greener.
Yeah, it was brown spots.
She expected.
She expected it.
She expected to did it.
Yeah, but she never told him, look, I want you to grab this thing like this.
Listen, the first time
you do it like this and then move your over this way and then pull back and go down, and that's that spot for me.
The first time was off that Henny. The second time he was sober, and you expected to get the Henny D. You expected to get the Henny D. See,
right? No doubt. Anybody want to call in? 973-433-5666. You still have the opportunity to do that. All right. Much love and respect. Anything else you want to say regarding this topic, my man Tone?
On this topic, nah.
All right, please do me a favor and go to David Adams podcast on the YouTube and press subscribe.
We have one more, right?
Yeah, David Adams. No, I think that's it.
Nah, we have one more. Communication. Listen to
already.
understand.
Yeah, we did that already.
Oh, we did the
Yeah,
listen.
we kind of did that with
we
can do that. Yeah.
Listening to understand.
Listen to understand rather than
not to. That's the first time I lost that train of thought.
Okay.
Listening to understand and not to respond. That's how communication goes.
Right.
Lack of communication always end up being a lack of communication because a person doesn't like when we're having a conversation.
Right.
You always get cut off. That's one thing
Right.
I hate. That's one of my pet peeves. I hate it. Whereas though a person cuts you off in the middle of a sentence.
Right.
And then they
want to respond.
Yeah, they just want to respond.
They're not even trying to listen to what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't care what you're saying.
They're listening to respond.
And not to understand.
Not to really understand. They just want to get their word in.
That's part of
unexpected expectations.
Yes. And it's also part of abuse. So it deals with all of this. It deals with everything that we spoke about. What did we speak about? We spoke about
mental abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, psychological abuse,
unexpected,
unexpected expectations,
and favors. It communicates. It deals with.
They ain't looking for no favor.
No,
the person.
I'm just saying, like it all goes into that.
Okay.
It ties all together,
no doubt.
Because the conversation, when it bothers me when I'm having a conversation with people. And they always cut me off right in the middle.
Right.
And they always say to me, I know what you was going to say. But how do you know what I was going to say if I never finished my sentence?
Right. I agree. That makes sense.
That one
definitely that definitely will have friction in the relationship when that happens.
Yes. Now, it doesn't even have to be in a relationship. It could be with, with another person.
Right.
Like another male,
right.
People, conversation.
Well, what you say, Derek Float? Oh, I see what you were saying now, Derek. You saying stop throwing me under the bus, talking about the young lady, throwing me under the bus and all that good stuff. You also said stop belittling me with what you feel and talk to me exclusively. I think he's talking about I don't know if he's talking about the last.
Call in.
Yeah, call in, brother.
Call in.
If you could.
I don't want to lead to no expectation. I want you to tell me exactly
we don't want
how
to
you feel.
expect what you're saying because it's very.
I don't want to assume that you're saying is one way.
Do me a favor and call 1-973-433-5666. 973-433-5666. Thank you, bro.
But yeah, those are the favors and communicating with people are my most irritating things when it comes to people.
No doubt.
Because people don't know how to talk. They don't know how to listen to understand. They always listening just to respond. I have someone who always argues with me and tells me that I do that. No, when you speak to me, I'm listening.
Right.
I might turn my head a little bit and trying to understand exactly what you're saying. I'm listening.
Facts.
But they always say to me, "Oh, you always talk about listening to understand. You don't never listen to understand." I do. You don't. Because you cut me off. I don't cut you off. I listen to you. And you assume that I'm going to say one thing. But I'm not. That's not what I'm thinking. That's not what I'm saying. Especially after you told me how you felt.
Facts. Okay, I think my man is calling in now. All right.
This is Derek Rice calling in.
What's good with you, bro?
Excuse me, y'all. I apologize for that.
Say it again.
That's exactly what I was saying, Dave, about how somebody can just try to belittle you as far as, you're saying something, and then y'all's making a point also just now about how somebody's trying to say, oh, well, I know what you was going to say before you said it. And they know they didn't know what I was going to say.
Exactly.
But at the same time, they always do that kind of thing. Always try to make it seem like I've been with you so long, I know you.
Yeah. Right.
And it shouldn't be that way.
Makes sense, brother. Makes sense. Now I definitely understand your point. Yep.
Can't hear.
Yes. Say that one more time. I totally didn't hear you.
No, I still can't hear.
I said they shouldn't make you feel like they know what you was gonna say, and make you feel like, oh, well, I know what you was gonna say because they've been with you so long that they think they know you. It's like you're a book to them. They can just read you.
Right. Facts. Real talk. Yep. So anything else you want to say on that topic, my brother?
No, sir. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you chiming in, man. Real talk. Thank you so much, brother. Much love to you and the family. Much love. Stay strong. Peace. See, it's much better when a person call in. But sometimes when you're reading it, you don't,
you can't read it all, and you got to move on to the next thing. And
right. Not only that, it's just that the understanding, the tone, and everything. You don't know what he's trying to talk about.
That's why they say that sometimes you can't understand what a person is, the emotions when you're texting.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'd rather speak to a person.
Facts. Okay, Ursula, what you say? I always say to my husband, let me know if you don't understand what I'm saying. I can explain it. I can explain it in a different way. Hold up. Did that sound kind of like? If I got to write on the board with a piece of chalk for you to understand, does that sound like that word?
That sound like but I understand what she's saying.
Right,
I do that a lot. I do that a lot. Like, look, do you understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
No, but she said, let me know if you understand what I'm saying, basically, you know what I mean?
Because if you don't, I'll explain it another way.
I'll explain it another way.
Yeah. It's more than one way to skin a cat.
I agree.
So I'm with her on that.
But first of all, hold on. He's a grown man, right?
Right.
All right, and I think it's how you say it too. Depending on see how I read that, and I read it with my own tone.
Yeah, you read it with your own tone,
right? So,
but I understood it with
your tone,
with my tone.
Right, I got you.
So
but here's the thing: she said, "I understand what you're saying. I can explain it a different way." But
right,
I just took it like.
It's multiple ways to change the oil. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's different ways to change the oil.
But I got you, Ursula. Just messing with you. Much love. Yeah.
Some people too aggressive.
So even Derek caught it. He said that sounds like on demand.
Nah, that's not on demand. It's not like. Yeah. It's just like, look, it depends on how she said exactly what you said.
Exactly. Depends on how you said that. Because if you're talking like that, it sounds like you're talking to a child. I can break it. If you understand what I'm saying, You know, do I have to say it deep down? You know what I mean?
That's the way you interpreted it to yourself.
Right, all right.
You know what I'm saying? So
She said no. She said no. I got you, though. No doubt. Yeah, man. But thank you for chiming in. I appreciate y'all. If you are here and you're listening to us right now, if you haven't followed me on this particular page, please press follow. Press follow, because then once I go live, you will get notified that I'm live. Also, for those who just chiming in, you might be just looking. You never press the actual video because you don't want to be seen that you're in the chat room or whatever. Do me a favor. Go to YouTube, press subscribe. You know what I mean? Support a brother in this. We appreciate you. Much love. All right? Or at least like the page. At least like the page. Thanks. Go ahead. You got anything else you want to say, bro?
Nah, Crisis. I'm waiting for that conversation.
Where?
Nah, he wanted to have another conversation with us when we he wanted to finish the conversation we had when we was on the boulevard when he pulled up on us.
Okay, what was that about?
I forgot exactly. He's gonna remember once I get in. I get in his face.
We talked about a lot of stuff that day.
Yeah, we did. I think it was.
Was it political?
It was. It was a little bit of political. Yes, it was. But because he looks at things differently now. When we spoke, he said so. It is political. He brought it up to me at a friend's event. Mm-hmm. So he said that he wanted to. Yeah,
well, we get with him because I want to have him on anyway. Yeah. You know, we're supposed to be making.
But it was between us, all of us.
I got you.
So
right.
I want to make sure
yeah, we can definitely do that.
So when you invite him or when he comes up, you call me. I'm gonna run up.
No doubt.
Run up here.
All right, we thank you guys for chiming in on the D.A.P. show. I thank my man Tone for coming in. I appreciate you for coming up, man. And I think it was a great conversation. I mean, we touched on a few things, and for those who chimed in, you called in, we appreciate that as well. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for tuning in. And be sure, once again, to go to YouTube, David Adams Podcast, and press subscribe. Please like and share the page of Facebook right now. Thank you for tuning in. Much love and respect. D.A.P.
It's just different.
Yeah. Old head on go again. Ha. Get him up. Y'all know what it is. Yo, I'm about to biz, you know what I mean? Female can't just run up to her brother, man, you know what I mean? And think that it's all sweet like that. It ain't that easy and shit. I'm a grown ass man, you know what I mean? Motherfucking shit. Yo, what you know about a motherfucking pop-pop? Overheard a young girl tell her homegirl, old head hot. Then she stepped to the garden, I stiff-armed and palmed her. Asked why she dressed like a fucking thot. See, I'm a grown-ass man with a lot on my mind. You think my dick get hard just cause you got a twat? Do you have your own crib? Do you have a baby daddy and kids? I interrogate you like a cop. Don't change the subject, don't brag on your pussy. I don't wanna hear you talk about you got wop. Cause if a nigga take a chance and I take you to the crib, won't be surprised the fucking pussy try right. I'm a wise old nigga, see I see a gold digger from my mouth trying to come and spin what I got. So what you bringing to the table, can you help a motherfucker take his empire to the motherfucking top? And if your credit ain't good and you like being ratchet and hood, old head say no. If you can't cook for a nigga and fuck like a housewife should, old head say no. If I have to kill a motherfucker, go to jail, you better keep my books on my just say no. Yeah, yo, old head say no. You better ask somebody to tell a little military nigga ain't no joke. The way I spit in the cypher cause I'm an old head. Young boys call me Pop Pop Smoke cause I got that smoke. Young Jones wanna give me throat for the words that be coming out of my throat. Even though I be on my Malcolm X shit, sometimes even white girls be trying to approach. Ain't that some shit? Old ladies want a brother to hit. I think they sweet so I blow 'em a kiss. Even though I'm talking mad shit right now, brother can't front. Old head got a feet fetish. Keep it a secret. Oh shit, I done already leaked it. You got open toe shoes, painted toes, then you peeped it. My discipline helped me keep it discreet with it. I look but won't stare cause I ain't knowing no creep shit. Ha. And if your credit ain't good and you like being ratchet and hood, old head say no. If you can't cook for a nigga and fuck like a housewife should, old head say no. If I have to kill a motherfucker, go to jail, you better keep my books on my just say no. Yeah, yo, old head say no.